Nathan Adlin here, and I am in beautiful Northern California. Subaru brought us here to test drive the 2015 WRX. And even though it's overused all the time, you'll hear people say, Godzilla, it's Godzilla. Well, you know what, that's actually the Nissan GTR. What this is camera. Find out why after this. You're not going to believe this, but this has an automatic transmission. Actually, it has a CVT, a continuously variable transmission. And it's surprising. And I'll tell you why. Because it can sit in that power band and it can move its ass. It's surprisingly good. I never thought I'd live to see the day when I'd drive a Subaru WRX with a CVT. Now, when you actually look on paper as to what a continuously variable transmission is, it sounds great because it keeps cars in the power band usually longer. At least that's how it's supposed to be. But what I've noticed is a lot of cars tend to completely fall out of that and get mushy, and they drop off at a lower RPM, and the whole point of it is to maintain good MPGs. Fine, great.
And for the first time in several years, so we brought the automatic transmission back to WRX. It's our new Sport Lineartronic transmission. It's based on the Forester transmission, but it's been enhanced significantly in terms of how it operates in a performance car. Very sporty transmission.
So when everybody heard about this car having a Lineartronic CVT that mimics an 8-speed dual clutch or automatic transmission, well, yeah, that didn't really go over too well. But damn it, they did it. They made a pretty damn decent system.
So the transmission features our SI drive, which has 3 operating modes. I, intelligent mode, which is going to give you the smoothest operation and the best fuel economy. And S, which is sport, that's going to give you more aggressive throttle response, and it'll operate in a higher RPM range, so you'll have more of a sporty feeling with the car. And then Sport Sharp, which is the most aggressive setting in terms of sportiness, and in that case it'll operate as an 8-speed close ratio automatic transmission using step shifting all the time, basically.
If you are in the regular mode, like I am right now, it's kind of mushy and it kind of just a regular CVT, same type that you would find in most cars, but there's no lash, no real whine coming out of the box down here, so at least I'm not hearing anything other than the engine droning. Okay, now if you switch it over to the Super S mode, it mimics an 8-speed transmission now, and you know, it's got paddle shifters, and the reason why they do that is so you can downshift, which I'm doing right now, and it's really quick with shifting, big shifting. Okay, so right now it says I'm in 4th gear, and it's letting me keep it in the 4th gear once I move the gear lever over. You hear that? So I'm staying exactly where I want in the power band. It works really well. It lets me go all the way up and past red line. Not that I recommend it. And you, if you really want to, downshift. Yes, it's still a CVT. Yes, it's fake in terms of what it actually is. Because it's just a band with cone-shaped pulleys, but it works really, really well.
We've got our new 2-liter FA Series engine, 268 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque. So that's up a little bit in the horsepower, about 3, and up in torque about 14 pound-feet. And that's compared to the outgoing engine, you're going to find more power and torque over almost the entire RPM range.
The other WRX we're going to be testing has a 6-speed manual transmission, and it's been updated to give you a much more linear feel and at the same time much better action with the manual shifter. Unlike the old WRX, it's a 6-speed, not a 5-speed. So that's all great. The throws, they're not too bad. Overall, it's a better system. Downshifting, pretty easy. And response is good. Clutch feel, it's a little rubbery, but it's not too bad. As for the rest of the car, it's awesome. It's a terrific ride. Better than the CVT. That's not a surprise, and that should be expected. Steering feel, still a little bit light, but very, very precise. I know exactly what the front wheels are doing, even though I'm not getting a lot of feedback. Obviously, it's an electrically assisted power steering system. Go from that to the balance of the car. This is a much more mature ride than the vehicle it replaces. I just drove a friend's WRX and it was a lot of fun. It was a 2013 model. In the 2015 WRX, it feels like they agonized over every single driver's detail.
Compared to the Impreza, all the sheet metal is unique on the car except for the roof panel and the rear deck, the trunk. So all the doors, front fenders, rear fenders, hood, and the front fascia and the rear fascia are all unique for WRX.
The longer I look at the car, the easier it is to look at, and the more I appreciate the aerodynamic styling that they've added to it, so it's not as chunky as the old one. But I think that the wheels look too small, and I wish they were wider. Just aesthetically, in terms of function, well, hell, the thing hangs on like crazy. It's like trying to yank a hard tooth from your mouth when you're trying to get it to let go. It sticks.
We've got our new Harman Kardon audio, which is a big deal for audio enthusiasts in WRX. We haven't had a premium audio system before.
In the CVT-equipped Subaru WRX for 2015, the button of happiness is right here. The S with the hashtag, that is your super sport button. Hit this, and the car is an absolute hoot. Hit this, not so much.
Then we also brought in on some of the higher end models. We have a power driver seat, another new feature.
Here I am, comfortable in the front seat, about 6'1". So the seat's not all the way back, but nearly. Now watch this. That's right, in the back seat of Gamera, I fit very comfortably. Lots of legroom, good headroom.
Some of the other items are color multifunction display, which has fuel economy and climate control and other information in the car, as well as a new screen that we've added for WRX, which shows boost pressure, normal, or current and peak, and also accelerator position as well.
Expecting the WRX to go on sale after the first quarter of 2014. Just wanted to point out that with these seats, you get the nice raised stitching here. See the red stitching? Yeah. The bolsters are a lot more aggressive than they used to be. So if you're wide, like I am, you will feel it, but it's not uncomfortable. And they're expecting, they never announced it, but they're expecting to have the STI out as well, and that'll probably be, I'm guessing, a year after the introduction officially of the WRX. Looking forward to getting my hands on this car at high altitude on my turf. For the Fast Lane Car, this is Nathan Adlin. I'll see you next time.